Hello traders, welcome to today's Bitcoin, crypto, S&P 500, Ethereum update, technical analysis type of thing. So yeah, no stream again today, unfortunately. I did have some car issues last night. These things are really annoying these days. They're basically computers on wheels, so when you have issues, they're so complicated to fix. So yeah, unfortunately, I got stuck. Well, I wasn't stranded, but I wasn't able to get home last night. I've only just got home today. So, yeah, doing a video update for you guys today instead of the usual morning stream. And we will also be doing a New York trading room for the crew today because I was not around, unfortunately, to do the Asia trading room last night. But we have lots to cover, so I did want to do a video today to talk about the move we had yesterday, and it's actually been really nice. So we will start with where we left off yesterday morning, okay, and that is here at the daily open. And what we were talking about yesterday at the daily open is Bitcoin was losing momentum on this uptrend that it was in, okay? It really was. It was losing momentum. It was building bearish divergences all over the place. And we were saying that unless we get some serious volume into the market at New York Open, around that New York Open time, we're not going to be able to break here. So what we needed was that volume that the New York session is able to provide in order to push price up or indeed down if it was going to be moving down. However, we had some positives on the day. Although we were losing momentum, we didn't have the volume in the market. We were holding the point of control here, and that's very key. This is where the point of control was yesterday. We had that move up, we were building those divergences, we had a slight pullback, and we held that POC. We backtested the POC, we managed to bounce back into daily open. And at this point, this is what the kind of trades that we were talking about yesterday, where it's fine, you can short the daily open. We were aware as we come in, where are we? Let's go back over here. And we were looking at this during the stream yesterday. A short from the daily open, absolutely acceptable. We were building those divergences, not only from this big uptrend, but also bearish divergences as we're coming back into the daily open. However, you need to be aware of invalidations and you need to be aware of where to take profit. Now, this gave us a good trade. And what did it do? Okay, it took out liquidity, repaired a small imbalance in the chart, and found support basically after a little bit of a downtrend. Okay, you sweep the lows, you start an uptrend, you come back in, you test this region, it finds support, and then off we go. Surprise, surprise, exactly on the New York Open. When there is volume in the market, that is enough to push price through the resistance that it did have. So I'm hoping that no one really got caught up in any bad short positions here. Again, very clearly, any invalidation for this short would have been above this high, and at the very least above this high, because this is where we were building those larger divergences against. So if you weren't invalidated when it took out this, you should have been invalidated when it took out this, and then you had other opportunities to trade as it was pushing up through the rest of the day. The other confluence that, of course, we did have when we were there is it's the standard thing. Okay, you've got to be aware of where price is, what price is doing, and look, it took liquidity, repaired imbalances, came back into previous lows, tested them as support, golden pocket. So much confluence there, and so much to be able to trade from, basically. Okay, so that was kind of the start of the whole move. So I want to just go over that first of all. I did tweet yesterday that Bitcoin appeared that it was losing momentum. Short was the obvious play, and it was. Short positions were the obvious play as we came up into here. But I had a feeling that Bitcoin had something up its sleeve. I had a feeling that the market was going to surprise us. And wow, it really did. And we'll go over the other levels that we did hit in just a moment. So that's the first little thing here. Also, okay, what was it doing? From this range, okay, as we were getting that grind up, we came back down. Not only had it kind of rested on its big POC from this entire range, if we zoom back all the way, okay, not only had it found support on the larger range, but as it came back into this level, it was holding this POC of that mini little uptrend that it had been in as well. So very important things to be aware of, very important things to note, and yeah, that is again, why we were finding this support yesterday and we were able to get the breakthrough. Now, we had levels that we were looking at, okay? First of all was the daily MPOC. Got a nice reaction. We came into that daily naked point of control. We got a move down, and that again would have been taking out these highs. We got a move from that of 1%. Okay, and as a scalp trade, that's pretty decent. Normally with these MPOCs, that's pretty much what they're going to give you. They will give you good scalp trades, but they're not going to be... Well, they might, but they're not often areas where you would look for like massive macro reversals, especially when like trend changing reversals. They're really good touch points to take trades off of. But once again, you can see here, price came down, took some liquidity, and then off it went back, taking out those highs, stopping out the early shorts, having a bit more of a retest of these kind of this 20,800 level, and then off we go up into the next level. Now up here, we then came up into the value area high, which was the second little zone of resistance that we were looking at. So as we came through that MPOC, we came up here, and then we started to chop around the value area high. Now at this point, this is where I kind of explained to everyone, although I wasn't at the computer, but I kind of did explain to everyone, this is probably a time to start to risk off. You don't want to be exposed into long positions as you're coming into a value area high, because obviously you're at the highs of the value area. Prices started to get a bit expensive, according to where balance is at the moment. So a good area in which to risk off. However, there was one more target that we were looking for within this whole range, that has been on the chart, a big blue zone up here that's been on my chart for quite some time. And where did price go after it managed to consolidate underneath resistance? Now, consolidation underneath resistance usually means you're probably going to break up, at least temporarily, in order to take the liquidity above it. Consolidation above resistance, did I say? Consolidation below resistance. I don't know what I said. What did I say? I can't remember. I'm just talking. Consolidation below resistance generally means you're going to come and take the liquidity above it. Consolidation above resistance, or above support, generally means you're going to come down and you're going to take liquidity below it. And we've seen that on two occasions here. Value area high, there's your consolidation below, bang, comes through. Here you go, consolidation just above this support, bang, there you go. And now it's starting to, again, reject this value area high. But the level that we came into, the level that we ultimately got rejected from, which is amazing because this is the level that we've been waiting for a long time. In fact, even since the last time we had this uptrend, like a couple of weeks ago now, even when we were in this uptrend, this is what we wanted to hit. This is the daily order block. That is the top of the current range that we are in at the moment. The price is contained within. That is what we wanted. We hit the daily level like pretty much perfectly, straight into that order block, and then rejected, and then got a close once again within value area. So an amazing opportunity finally after a massive short squeeze to actually get into some short positions. Now, once again, I'm suffering from my art today. Again, the grass is killing me, so I need to sneeze. One day I'll start editing these videos. Anyway, there we go. Hay fever. Right. Now I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so yeah, we hit the daily level. We got that rejection. Great opportunity for shorts. And now we find ourselves back inside value area. So where are we looking for price to go now? There's a couple of things locally. Okay. What did price do on the way back down? Okay, you formed this a little bit of a range. You came back in. You tested this range. As soon as you got caught within it, you come through. You take out the lows of it. After you've taken the liquidity from the lows and you've dropped back into this range, it gets a nice bounce and then finds basically here's the region that we were looking at. So this was this consolidation. Okay, you come back in, you test back into this area of volume, rejects once again. And actually just now I have just taken a long position because I have finally got home. This has been the first one I've been able to get since kind of being able just to take the short on my phone yesterday. The first time I've really taken a trade off of the computer. into a long position very simply. Okay, we've got this little daily level in the middle. It didn't have a huge reaction yesterday, but it did get a bit of kind of chop around there, and I think with lower volume again like we're seeing today, that's likely to give us a slight bounce. And again, same thing that we always see, right? Golden pocket. Okay, and if you go onto the lower time frames, you can see here, this is just great little, just simple market structure. Okay, you have low, high, higher, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. You come down, you take out a little bit of liquidity, you change that market structure, like fairly, you change the market structure at that point, and you can assume that there will be a decent bounce. And at this point, this is where, if you are long from this region here, you'd probably want to be getting out of that, because where has price come into? No need to guess. There we go. That's where we're going to find our resistance. And at this point, short opportunities back down to what was a little uptrend, changing market structure, coming into a little downtrend, could be pretty reasonable. My dogs are barking. Why are they barking so loudly? What is it? It's a very hot day today. They're out in the garden and they are barking. But yeah, that's been... They're coming in to say hello. I'm not even doing a stream. Hi, Poppy. Come on, Poppy. Poppy's come to say hello. I'm not even doing a stream, but Poppy said hello. This should be a stream, because this is probably about as many mistakes as I could possibly have in a video. Anyway, out you go. Silly dogs. What? Luna's going to say hello too? No? Okay. Cool. Okay, so this is where we're at the moment. Something else I did want to show, and this again just highlights why you do not want to be on the wrong side of the trade as we are getting these kind of moves yesterday. Now this is a bit messy. I guess this kind of shows it. Okay, here's where we were. So just going back onto the chart, okay, you can see what I'm going to show you quickly here is from that moment in which we broke out. Okay, so this little region of the chart here, and then what we had afterwards. So after we had that daily open short position, and then that got invalidated, and then we started to squeeze up. And this just goes to show how it really was a short squeeze yesterday. So here we go. You can see the short position starting to open within this region. This was the backtest of the daily open at the time. You come back into your golden pocket and you start to push up on New York Open. Now, this entire move, and this is kind of crazy, you don't see this very often, this entire move had negative delta. Okay, more shorts opening. It's not actually showing it as much on the USD pair, but this is it. This gives enough of an example. Okay, you had shorts opening consistently as price was going up, and that just shows that bids are chasing the entire way. This is a proper short squeeze. It is seeking liquidations. It is seeking to stop everybody that is short out, and it will not stop until it has stopped everybody out and it has got the amount of liquidations that it wanted. So every move up, we had open interest increasing. We had delta going down, especially on the USDT pair. I'll see if I can load that in just a second. And it continued to squeeze. Now, there are a couple of people in the chat in Discord yesterday. If you're not on the Discord, by the way, please do join. I'll tell you how to do that in just a second. We had a couple of people on the Discord yesterday that were posting these charts of just shorts going crazy on a move up, yet price, you're getting more short positions coming in than long positions, yet price is moving up. How is that possible? Well, it's because you've just got market makers, you've got people with a lot more money than probably you or I have, just chasing this, just chasing the books, chasing the bid consistently. So no matter how much selling there is, there's just buy walls there. So all they're doing is they're selling into brick walls consistently. What happens is you get, even if it's like 20% of the buys, the space above is free. Okay, there's no one on the ask side. There was a few people, but very little resistance on the ask side. The books were very thin above and they were stacked underneath. So when you get that that kind of situation where bids are chasing, you could have 20, 30, 40% more short positions coming in at market, but they cannot move price down because they cannot get through those walls. Then what happens? A few market buyers come in. Oh, look, price just shifts up. The wall moves up. A load of sales come in, they can't push it down. A few market buys come in, the wall moves up. Load of sales come in and they can't push it down. And we just saw that continuously, okay? Moving up on negative delta. Again, moving up on negative delta, and at the end moving up on negative delta until finally all these short positions up here liquidated, stopped out, and they give up. And at that point, that's when you have the retrace, okay? And since then, just short's been closing out, because anyone that's not already liquidated or stopped is probably completely fed up. They're what, 3, 4, 5% away from price, which at leverage is pretty bad. And you see they're starting to close out, weirdly, all the short positions closing out as price is coming down. So it's been a really interesting, just really interesting to look at the delta and to look at just how much of a squeeze that was yesterday, which I wouldn't say was expected, but like I said yesterday in the stream, if this can get some volume, we're likely to see something like pretty major, because shorts just seemed too easy yesterday. And when things seem too easy, when they seem too obvious, it's rarely going to work out. So you wanted to be the first one stopped on this, because I was short, I was stopped. I had a long position, obviously, from further down, from down here, which very nice, came up and hit any take profit that I wanted it to. But yeah, you do not want to get caught in these bad short positions, because the chances of coming back down here, whilst we probably are going to come back down here. I'll get to that in a minute, because we are trapped underneath the value area high again. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, if you're trapped here, again, we'll just move over onto this. If you're trapped here, there's absolutely no way you want to be holding these positions when price is just moving up in the way that it is. So I hope everyone followed. I know this has been a bit of a weird video with just stuff all over the place. But anyway, currently, okay, what I'm expecting next, unless we can get back above this value area high and we can start to hold back above that range, that little consolidation we had yesterday, I don't think we're going to be heading any higher into the weekend. Now, we might do something like this. We could come back into here, find our way back into this wick, at which point I would be looking for shorts. I do also have an alert here at 23k. Now that would be taking, basically, there's another daily level up there. It's taking out these highs from this daily order block. So I do have an alert there in case we do this, at which point I would be looking for divergence and looking for short positions still. So finally, although short seemed so easy yesterday, clearly we've had a big move up. Anyone that was holding a long, happy days. Anyone that was holding a short, I hope you got stopped. But I do think we're in a position now where short positions, because of what we have seen in the market, start to become much better value again, and we can be looking back down at the range. Now, the only thing that would make me really bullish here is just simply to come up here and just to hold within this region, because what did we see yesterday? As you're coming into that value area high, as you're coming into a very important region, if we can push up over the weekend and we can hold a range within this daily order block kind of area, say 22k and above, I think there's a very, very high probability that we're going to break higher. So, and then we can start to have a trending move out of that. If we do break through this range, if we break through this daily OB, I do think that would get continuation. And I do think that we'd be looking at fairly, significantly higher targets. So that does wrap up Bitcoin. Nothing else for me to really to say on this. The other thing I did want to share, Ethereum. Is there anything on Ethereum that I want to just cover quickly? Again, it was a similar thing. We came up and we hit target on Ethereum. It didn't perform anywhere near as well as Bitcoin did. We were looking for longs down here, and we were looking for that daily order block again on this. But yeah, Ethereum did pull back during the whole thing yesterday. Quickly before I have to answer my phone. How everything's happening. The final thing I want to just discuss is the S&P 500, okay? What did it do on open yesterday? It did break out of its little range that it was in. So it was holding this range. Again, consolidation underneath resistance, you're likely to break through. But on the S&P, it didn't get that continuation. This was the region, okay? Again, a big order block. You had your single prints filled. You had this 4-hour fair value gap. We were looking for that to be resistance. It has proven to be resistance. And at this point, again, similar with Bitcoin, if it can continue to consolidate within here, I would expect to break out to take out these highs. If we do drop back below and we find ourselves back within, even within this zone here, I think we'll find that what was acting as support so far today would act as resistance, and then we're looking at a move down. I apologize for my daily open being right there. It clearly is not right there. Like I say, I have just got back to the charts, and I wanted to make a video before I do the trading room in a minute. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Of course, please do hit that like button and hit subscribe. And if you are new to the channel and you are still watching, then do go and check out tauruscrypto.com, where you can learn more about our community. Okay, if you are interested in the crew, which is where we do our live trading rooms, I run sessions most days on like live trading sessions for a good hour, an hour and a half during various sessions. The London Open, the New York Open, and the Asia Open. We've also got our coaches there that run kind of regular trading rooms as well over there. We've got tons of educational content, and we also do mentoring. So if anyone would like to learn any of the stuff that I'm talking about within this videos, then you can click on either the Taurus crew and you can join the crew. You can join in with these trading rooms, or you can click on the mentoring here and you can speak to me or one of the coaches direct for an hour or for however long you need us. So yeah, I think that is it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for staying this long, and I will see you all very soon. Cheers. Bye.